day 2 George Washington Golf Club here at the RLI Golf Academy with your PGA professional Ryan Ingram. Today what we're going to be looking at is the relationship between our left wrist and our club face and how it can help create a nice square club face back at impact, allowing you to hit straighter shots to your targets. If you don't already, follow my social media links below where you find more content each week to help improve your swing. Let's make your swing perform better. So how can we create a square club face back at impact? So what I want you to think about first of all is our club face and what positions it can create back at impact. So the 3 positions we can have with the club face at impact are closed, so the golf ball going left of our target for right-handed players, a square club face that the golf ball starts at our target and hopefully travels to our target, and we can have an open club face which points to the right of our target, again for right-handed players, making the golf ball go right of our intended target. When we are looking at this, what I want you to try to think about is our back of our left hand is the club face. The positions we can create with our left hand, again we have 3 different positions that we can create at the top of our backswing which relate to the club face being in somewhat a closed, open or square position back at impact. So let's run through these positions. So if I turn to the side here and take my golf club to the top of my backswing, we can see my relationship with my left wrist is pretty flat here. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. From this position we've got a nice square club face at the top of our backswing. The second position we can have is what we would call a bored left wrist. So we can see here it's creating somewhat a D shape, and you can see from the club face at the top there is pointing to the sky. From this position, okay, this would relate back at impact, creating a closed club face. Third position we can have is what we would call a cupped position. It's C-shaped between our left wrist, and we can see here the club face is rotated and it's pointing down to the ground. This would relate back at impact somewhat a open club face. So how can we create a square club face back at impact to help you create straighter shots to your golf game and get that golf ball onto your desired target? So the first thing we've got to look at is what we tend to do, what most amateurs I see tend to have the fault in creating these 2 opposite positions, the board and the cup position, which creates the closed and open club face back at impact, resulting in them golf balls going wayward from your target. So the first thing that I tend to see in most amateur players is that when we take the club back, we take the club very much on the inside. This straight away starts to get a bored left wrist, and what we tend to see is the people that rotate somewhat correctly continue that movement and we get a bored left wrist at impact. As you can see from here, this results in the club face pointing to the sky, a closed club face, resulting in your golf ball tendency to go left of the target as we hit the golf ball. The opposite to what I see with the cupped position is we still come on the inside, but we then use our right hand to create a hinge movement, a pickup of the golf club, which gets this club across our swing plane line, across our head, and this cupped position at the top of our swing, which relates to that club face being somewhat pointing down to the ground and back at impact in an open position, making the golf ball go to the right of our target. So how can we create a nice square club face? What I want you to think about again is the back of our left hand and the club face. That relationship is going to help us create a nice square club face at the top of our backswing and back at impact, so you can hit straighter shots to your target. First thing we want to try to create is this back of left hand is going to stay pointing down to the ground. From here when the club's parallel to the ground, what we want to try to create is some form of rotation with the left forearm and the left wrist. The club face will also rotate with that, following the back of that left hand. And we want to try to get this club face opening up so it's going to point to the sky. As we rotate further, the back of the left hand again is going to still be somewhat pointing to the sky. Looking at that left wrist, it's nice and flat, making our club face nice and square at the top of our swing, ready to be delivered back at impact, so you can create a nice square club face to get your golf ball starting on your intended target. Hope this has helped, guys. Hope this has explained the opposites and the difference of your left wrist and how it relates to your club face back at impact. Hopefully enabling you to hit straight golf shots to your game and get more golf balls next to that pin. If this helped, give it a thumbs up. If there's any more videos I can help you with, comment below what you would like to see. And if you don't already, follow my social media links below, where you'll find more content each week to help improve your game. Bye for now.